All right, guys. So now we want to start our crop top marking. So the first thing we do is to fold the button allowance. Now this fabric I have is the leftover from the side of the outfit the trouser we cut initially. So the length we have here is 27, right? Remember the length is 18. So it's better off we have it longer and then fold to your desired size. So first of all, you fold half of an inch this way. You fold half inch first. Now this half inch you're folding is for the button allowance. You fold half an inch first all through, and then you fold 1.2, 1.3. The maximum you fold here is 1.5 for the button allowance. So you fold all through this way. Make sure you measure yours, right? Measure yours with a tape. 1.2, 1.3 is what you fold for the button allowance. So once you fold all of this in this form, and then this is the first folding you have. So you will just, turn this over this way and repeat the same folding for the other part of the button allowance, right? So fold all through. So I will fold this now, and then I will come back to show you the next thing to do. All right, so now I am done with the folding. Then I will bring your hemming gum. You will place hemming gum at the button allowance, just like this. Place it from the first quarter. Remember, before you place hemming gum, you have to mark out 3 inches here for the folding of the shirts, and then mark your 18-inch length for shirts. Remember, 18 inches is the crop top length we wanted. So you mark 18. So you will know that you have a total of 21 inch. So you will not put your hemming gum more than this point. In most cases, it's advisable that you notch the length so that you know where you are stopping. You notch this way, and then open it up again. Place your hemming gum inside, just like this, and then also place here as well. Place here as well, and then fold it backwards this way, and then you gum. So this is how you gum your button shirts allowance. So while gumming this, always make sure you use your cold iron, to reinforce the gumming effects. And you have done this. You also do the same thing you did here on the other side. Just turn it over again this way and insert your hemming gum as you did at the first one. All right, so now we have achieved our length of shirts and hem the button allowance. So the next thing you will do now will be to start marking your measurements accordingly. So the shirt length is here. You extend it all through this way, and then all measurements you are marking must start from the center of the folding. Both the shoulder, both the bust, both the hip region, it must start from the center of the folding. So now the bust we have is 42. Now the first thing you will do is to get your armhole. They have 2 ways to get armhole: bust over 6 plus 1.5. Help me and do it. Bust over 6 plus 1.5. So when you divide this value, you add 1.5 to it, and you get your armhole. Bust over 6. 42 divided by 6 plus 1.5. That gives us 8.5. Now, if you don't want to use that method, you can use shoulder over 2. Now, the shoulder is 16, over 2 is 8. So it gave me 8 inches for the shoulder value and 8.5 for the bust over 6 value. So I will use 8.5. I chose to use. You can decide to use your shoulder over 2. It's still the same thing. So here I will mark 8.5 for my armhole. And don't forget that we measured her shoulder to bust, which was 10 on the measurement, or 10.5 or 11, however. But apply your shoulder to your bust point. And shoulder to shape was 18, right? So you mark 18 in this form. So the lines must come all through this way. Extend the line as shown in this form. Extend this one as well as shown in this form. The armhole line will be halfway in this way. Now bear in mind, you can decide to cut the both front and back together simply by taking the end of the fabric and placing it at the center point of your shirt measurement. But because of fabric will not be enough, so I will not cut the both of them together. I will only cut the front, and then later on I will cut the back. So however, it's still the same thing you are going to achieve. Now the bust is 42. On the bust point, you'll start from the center point here and mark 42. That's 10.5 inch this way, and add extra 1.5 or 2 inches. After that, you also add your shape measurement, which was 33 inches. So from here, from the center as well, you mark 33, 8.25. Such cases are marked at 8.5. That's 834 this way, plus extra 1.5. Now, the shoulder we have is 16. Divide by 2, that's 8. From the center as well, you mark 8 plus half an inch to join the sleeve. It becomes 8.5. You mark in this form, and then from that point, come down by 2 inches. 2 inches is ideal to slope the shoulder of a female shirt. Now, after this, the formula we use for our neckline is neck over 6 minus 0.3. So let's do it together. Now the neck we have is 16. So you have 16 divided by 6 gave me 2.66 minus 0.3 gave me 2.3, approximately 2.4, as you can see on the calculator, right? And then from here, from the center as well, I will mark 2.4 inch this way and add half to this plus 0.5 gives me 2.8, roughly 2.9. So here I will mark 2.9 inch difference, and then you mark all through this way, and then pattern master, you ask Prince, you mark all through this way. So join from here to this point, and join from here to this very point as well, and then slope all through this way, and then you use your pattern master here and make a curve connection here, and then the armhole line will go in by 1 inch like this, and then place it this way, come do a curve in this form, cutting across the armhole line by half an inch, and then connect the line straight up as shown. So because of folding effect, I will have to tip it out from this direction. So when I fold, it falls back to this line. So after this now, you will cut out from here. You cut out from here, cut all through this way, and then you also cut from here as well. Gradually take your time, watch the video. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So this is the simplest way you can use to cut a female crop top that has a button allowance, right? So this downside will come in this form, so it can correspond perfectly, just like this, right? That's the essence of that stuff I did there. So I like the bold folding, so that it gives you that firm grip on the waist region. So after the front now, let's cut the back and see how it looks like. All right, so now we have gotten the back folding. So just place your fabric in this form and make sure that the center back is placed at the center of the button allowance, just like this. And once you have gotten to this stage, now the next thing you will do is to raise the back as well by 2 inches this way. Raise it as well by 2 inches. So that is for the back raising, right? and use your pattern master, connect all through this way, and then bend the neckline to go half an inch backwards, just like this. And then the back neck depth is 1.5, just like this. And place your neckline to go all through this way, and that's all you need to do. Then take your scissors and start cutting from there. Cut all along this way, and then cut the armhole line from here as well. Cut all through, all around. Then cut the sides. Just follow the pattern I'm showing you, and you achieve a perfect and simple result. There's no need to start running around the bush by delaying or trying to make it look complex. It's not complex as they think. Then from here, you fold and come this way. So this is what you will have. After that, you trim out the neckline this way, and then you also trim out from here as well. So once you are done with this, so this is what you will have. So we are done with the front and back drafting. So the next I will cut now will be the back yoke or the back facing, depends on how you call it. And lastly, the sleeve. So let me fold that and show you as well how to cut it. All right, so now we want to draft the sleeve. So I still happen to have the fabric pieces, and then here you just mark 2.5 or 2 inches, depending. Let's use 2.5 all through this way, 2.5 inch for the folding. Then sleeve length could be 9 or thereabout. So now add half to that as well. The half inch you're adding is to join the sleeve to the shoulder of the outfit. So once you have gotten to that, connect the line as shown, connect the folding line in this form as well. Bear in mind, you could simply fold this to come this way, right, as you are cutting, so that you cut it at once. The round sleeve we have there is 15 divided by 2, that's 7.5. So here you mark 7.5 inch, add extra 1 inch for your inseam allowance, and after that come down here by 3.5 inch for here, and then from here freehand sketch, make an inverted S all through this way, and then from here you come out to this point and you're done with the sleeve. From here you cut all through this way, and then you also cut from here and go all out this way. So this is what you achieve as your sleeve. Now after this, the next you will cut now will be the back facing. So now the next thing we are going to do now will be the back facing. So here you fold the fabric in this form and place the facing to be 1 inch higher than the armhole, just like that. And then from here you cut from here all through this way, and then you also cut from here as well and go all out this way, and cut from here and come out from this point as well. So we are done with the back facing. So let us now start the folding or the preparatory stage of our outfit. All right, so now we want to fold the back yoke or back facing. Now bear in mind, there are different ways you cut yoke, right? But this is a singular yoke. Now the one we do double yoke is for the corporate shirts, which is not needed in this 2 piece, right? So don't stress yourself by cutting double yoke. Just cut single yoke for simple shirts and then fold accordingly. Then just place your fabric in this form, iron out all through this way, and then you bring your hemming gum as usual, and then place hemming gum 1 or 2 strands at the back yoke point, 1 or 2 strands, just like this. So once you have placed hemming gum here, you gum it, and that's all you need to do for the back yoke. Now the next, you also do the same thing on the sleeve, where you fold the sleeve and then you also gum with your hemming gum. So this is just the simplest way you can make this 2 piece, and it will come out naturally and come out nicely. So you make sure that the yoke folding is equal. Anyone that's not equal, you pull it out and adjust it again to get a perfect fold, right? So just make sure you take your time to go through all of this. Don't be in a haste to do anything in sewing. So fold accordingly, just like this, and then iron, gently iron. Then the yoke is prepared, and then the next you will do will be just iron the center of the back facing, the back body, right? Just iron the back area. Now, in most cases, some people might prefer to put a real band along the hem of this crop shirt so that it gives them that perfect tight fitting. But I'm using a stick folding. That is what I prefer using here. So this is the shirt's back panel of the shirt, and this is how we do it. And then bring the sleeve as well. Fold the sleeve in this form, just the way you did the back yoke. Iron out through this way. In some of these shirts, the fabric shrinks when you want to fold. So you make sure you give room for the shrink effects, and don't use too much hot iron. It's advisable that you use steam iron in such fabrics because steam iron is gentle and tender, right? It doesn't exhibit too much hotness like the dry cell. So you just arrange all through, place hemming gum all through here, and then you fold as well. So I will do the same thing I did here on another sleeve, then we continue.